Hello, everyone. Welcome on today's PEFC public consultation webinar. Today, we're going to talk about the Czech forest certification system. My name is Hubert Inhäuser. I'm a technical officer at PEFC International, and it's my great pleasure to be your host today. Our program today is the same as we usually have on these webinars. I will have a short introduction about PEFC in general for those who are not that familiar with our system. And then the main highlight of today is that we're going to introduce you to the Czech forest certification system by Stanislav Slatina from the PEFC Czech Republic. So let's get started. The PEFC, the acronym stands for Program for the Endorsement of Forest Certification Systems. We are an alliance of independent national forest certification systems under the umbrella of PEFC International. All of these national forest certification systems are based on PEFC's sustainability benchmark standard or international standards, such as the chain of custody. This is a voluntary mechanism promoting sustainable forest management through independent third-party certification. We are very proud that we are the world's largest forest certification system and provider of 3/4 of the world's certified and sustainably managed timber. On this map, you can see our global coverage. It's important to note that those countries you see with dark green, they are our members with endorsed and operational PEFC systems. And those which are light green, they do not have endorsed systems at the moment. So a couple of words about the Czech forest certification system as an introduction. The system is not a new endorsement. It's seeking for maintaining endorsement. And the new documentation was submitted in May this year for assessment. This assessment, when the compliance with the PEFC requirements are checked, it's carried out by an independent assessor, yet to be appointed. And part of this assessment, we open the system documentation for a 60 days public consultation. You can find the system documentation, the links on our website. It's very important to note that all of the comments submitted to PEFC International during this public consultation will be considered by the assessor. You have by the end of the summer, because until 31st of August, we are accepting the comments on the Czech forest certification system documentation. And that brief introduction one from my side. I stopped sharing the screen, and I'm very glad that we have Stanislav here with us, and I hand over the screen to him to let us guide through the Czech forest certification system. Thank you, Stanislav. The floor is yours.
My name is Stanislav Slanina. I am from PEFC Czech Republic. I am a national secretary, and I work for PEFC for more than 10 years. So this was this is my third revision process. And at the beginning of this webinar, I would like to introduce several facts about our forests in the Czech Republic, and then I will move to our website of PEFC Czech Republic, and I will try to introduce other information related to our organization, to PEFC certification in the Czech Republic. And then I will go through our development report, where are all facts about our revision process. I would like to introduce you some data, some facts about our forestry and forests in the Czech Republic. And I decided to show you online or website of our Forestry Institute in the Czech Republic. So these informations are publicly available. and they are regularly or annually updated. So if you are interested in these data, or to get better knowledge about Czech forestry and Czech forests, so you can visit this website maybe later on, or when you want. So the website is info.ul.cz. So you can see it in our left corner. Now, the first thing what I want to mention is the share of the forest in Czech Republic. So the forest cover is around 37% of our area. So and these data are from National Forest Inventory, so they are really proper. So Forestry Institute has more than 7,000 plots in the Czech Republic. So it is very great source of the state of the forest in the Czech Republic. So now we have more than 2.6 million hectares of forests in the Czech Republic, and now I can mention that almost 70% of them are certified by PEFC. So approximately 1.8 million hectares. So now we can move to other data, and the ownership of the forests. Yes, this is a nice chart. You can see here our history, that many of forests were owned by state during communism era in the Czech Republic, and now the state is that almost half of forests are owned, or more than half are owned by state, 54%. So we have two main state enterprises in the Czech Republic. Let's see, forests of the Czech Republic and military forests. So it's together more than 1.3 million. And other, we have church forests, 5.3%, and municipal and urban forests almost more than 17%, and other private 19%. So, and here and on the right side, you can see that is also divided by several regions in the Czech Republic. Now we can move to tree composition. Yes, you can see that we have more conifer trees in the Czech Republic than broadleaf trees, but you can see the trend that the composition of broadleaf trees are rising, and the main tree species, yes, it's Norway spruce, almost 50%, and the number is going down very rapidly because of bar beetle calamity in the Czech Republic. Now we are behind the peak of this calamity. The peak of calamity was in 2020, 2021, and now, yeah, maybe I will find a better chart in next data where I can comment this bar beetle calamity. But now the main three species in the Czech Republic are Norway spruce and Scots pine from conifers, and from broadleaf trees it's beech and oak. There are two main tree species. So other data, other facts is forest mixture. I think that it not necessary to comment it. So we can move to a growing stock. Yes, we have almost or around the average amount of wood in Czech forests is around 300 cubic meters per hectare. So and this is the main information, and then we can move to increment and felling and removals. So yes, here you can see the bar beetle calamity, and it started in 2015, and it continued very the biggest rising of infected trees were in or was in 2018, and it relates with very dry season in the Czech Republic from April till autumn, almost without the rain, and so our forests were so weak at this time, and it was a great time for bar beetle, and the year 2018 was also extreme, that the bark beetle had three generation in this year. So a lot of beetles in the forests, and we didn't have in the history such a big bar beetle calamity. So you can see that the peak was in 2020, and the annual cuttings or fellings almost doubled in accordance with normal years. So hopefully this bar beetle calamity is behind us, and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So now the bar beetle wood is going down, and hopefully, if the weather will be like in three last years, so we will manage it, and and we will go back to a normal cutting or felling. And other things, yes, maybe another one, increment. Oh, maybe this is not the right one. Yes, here also you can see barbital calamity, how it influenced the removals. Okay, so another thing is forest regeneration. We try to promote as much as possible to promote natural regeneration in the forest, but here you can see that maybe percentage will be better. Yes, you can see that the proportion of conifers in the history. Yes, we try to plant more conifers because of the usage of these trees. But from 1990, after communism, you can see that we try to plant more diverse forests, and now the proportion of conifers is around 50%, and non-conifers the same. Yes, and here you can see the proportion of artificial and natural regeneration. So yes, you can see that the proportion of natural reforestation is also rising, but during this barbital calamity, we couldn't wait for at all stands for natural reforestation. So we had to plant a lot of trees. Yes, and here is a proportion. Okay, and then what can we see? They also collect data about waste in the forest, so it relates with the social functions of forest. So they are visited a lot by people and used for holidays, and yes, that's and game damage. Yes, it's a big topic in the Czech Republic, because we had a lot of game in our forest, so our forests are damaged by game, and also it causes big problems for us during reforestation. So we have to use fences around new plots, and try to avoid game damage. And probably last two charts, and here you can see a number of employees in the Czech Republic. So you can see that in 1990 or before, maybe yeah, it's 1989. We had almost 60,000 workers, forest workers in the forestry sector, and now from 2013, and yes, you can see that we have around 13,000, more than 13,000 of workers in our forests. Yes, and also what is our I can't say problem, but a very big disadvantage that we are export country. So you can see that we exported in during the barbital calamity almost 16 million cubic meters, and during normal year the annual cut is around 18 million of cubic meters, and half of them can be processed here in the Czech Republic, and half of them is or are exported. The main export country for us are Austria and Germany. And the last thing is carbon in the forest, or carbon everywhere, is a big topic. So we can see here that total stock in above ground biomass is more than 300 million tons of carbon, and yes, we don't have probably any chart for whole Czech Republic, but you can see that the stock of carbon in above ground biomass per hectare is from 84 to 128 tons per hectare. So that's it. That's the information about our forests and forestry in the Czech Republic. And now I would like to change to move it. Yes. Now I would like to introduce you our web page where you can find all actual information about our system, about forestry certification in the Czech Republic. And hopefully it will be able to translate it in English. Yes. Yes, now our page is in English thanks to Google Translate. So yes, here is a introduction of our web page, but yes, so again to translate in English, and here we have basic information, what is PFC, how PFC works, and main goals, main activities, and yes, maybe I can go through this. Hopefully it will be, or it is translated in English, so we have to translate all these pages separately. But yes, main activities is creation and management of Czech Forest certification system, and we are here today because of creation and regular revision of our standards. And what is interesting, and I think it's the same for almost whole national governing bodies, that we are really unique organization because of our members, and we have 3 chambers in the Czech Republic. So the first chamber is forest owners, and there we have the main forest owners in the Czech Republic. So there are forests of the Czech Republic, state enterprises with almost half of forests in the Czech Republic, and there are the second biggest state enterprise, military forests, and the biggest association of owners of municipal and private forests in the Czech Republic, with almost 500,000 hectares of forests. And the second chamber is, or in second chamber are woodworkers. So the main associations in the Czech Republic with mainly smaller companies, and also with very big companies. And the last chamber, there are other interest groups. So there are members are Czech University of Life Sciences. It's a forestry and wood faculty, and the second university, Mendel University in Brno, Faculty of Forestry and Wood. And we have there also trade union of workers in the wood processing industry, forestry and water management in the Czech Republic, Czech Forestry Society, and Lower Moravia Biosphere Reserve. So yes, all delegates of these members try to do the best to run our system. All these members have own delegate in our assembly, and most of them also in our council. So yes, many interests from different fields of forestry and wood manufacturing in the Czech Republic. And then I can move to information for forest owners. So it is about certification of sustainable forest management. What is sustainable forest management? basic criteria and of sustainable forest management, and what is how the certification is proceed in the Czech Republic, and also link to our national and international database of holders of PFC certificates and logos or trademark. Yes, we have the same for companies. So chain of custody certification. What is it about? Which methods are used, and what is a due diligence system, core part of the chain of custody certification, and also who holds the certification. Information about PFC logo, so how to use it, and all relevant information. And for us today is crucial this part. There are our standards, and also we have there all actual information from the revision process at one point, because we had several announcement and information here in our news, but here it is possible to find it all of them at one place. So yes, here it is. I will try to translate it again in English, so we can go through all this information from the beginning, that our revision process started on 25th May in 2021 with the review of our technical documentation, and we also asked for comments of our standards, and also for suggestions, and so we try to collect some back, I don't know the word, so yes, I can use comments to our system, and then yes, the right word was the feedback. So we asked the beginning for the feedback on existing technical documents, and also to the function of PFC certification in the Czech Republic. And yes, during the review of our documentation, we prepared gap analysis, which showed us that it is necessary to do or manage a standard revision process. And yes, and on the beginning, it was on 2020, I don't know, April in 2022, the board of PFC Czech Republic approved a final version of content plan for a revision. I think it is a better word, is a proposal for the revision of our technical documentation. So we announce it publicly at our webpage, and at also proper web pages of our partners, and also in the biggest forestry magazine in the Czech Republic, and other magazines. Yes, so we asked also, for nominations of to the technical commission, technical committee, and which will deal with the revision of CFC technical documents. And on 16 June, the technical commission was approved by PEF Czech Republic Assembly. We had 2 meetings of the technical commission in Kostelec na Černými lesy. It's a town close to Prague, and it is very there is a very good access from different part of the Czech Republic, and yes. On 6th January, we got an agreement, or consensus was reached within the technical commission on the revised wording. We reached the consensus also at the end of the second meeting, but there we missed there some members of the technical committee, so we decided that after internal comments of our council, we will ask again for agreement and for consensus. Yes, public consultation. Yes, it. They were from the 10th of January to 12th March, so a little bit more than 60 days. And what is bad, and it is it was also during the last revision process. We didn't get any feedback, any comments, and we try to do the best to announce it to all our stakeholders, technical committee members of technical committee, and with request if they can share it in proper people and organizations and so on. So. But we didn't get any feedback, any comments, so it was able to send these or our standards to final approval in the same wording like it was introduced in public during public consultation. So now we are almost we are at the end of national part of revision process. So on 24th May, the revised technical documents were approved by the PEF Czech Republic Assembly, and the revised documents were submitted to PFC International for international assessment and hopefully approval. And yes, on 1st June, we published it at our website, and including the report of the revision process. So now hopefully it will work if I can if I share the development report from the revision of technical documents. Hopefully you can see it on your screen. Hubert, can I ask you, do you see development report or?
Yes.
Yes, perfect. Perfect. So now we can go through this where we can try to put all relevant information to the whole process of our revision. Yes. We have just 4 technical documents in the Czech Republic, and the first one is Czech Forestry Certification System, where is our system described, and how it works, who is who, and so on. Then we have, yes, maybe these are all names of our documentation, but it's very similar. But the second one, 1002, there's rules for group certification. So what obligations are here for group manager, and also for participants in the group. Yes, the main document which was very discussed in the during meetings of technical committee. It was a criteria and indicators of sustainable forest management in the Czech Republic. Yes, and the last technical document is the requirements on audits and accreditation of certification authorities carrying out certification on forests. Yes, we also have a normative document, procedures of the creation, review, and revision of documents of the Czech forest certification system, and it is in line with the international document PFCST 1001 standard setting, and according to the proposal of the revision. Yes, here you can see time schedule or phases of our revision process with dates, and I think that I comment all these stages during the pfc.cz, our website introduction, where we have all these information and all these dates publicly available. Yes, what is crucial during the revision process is to be as open as you can, and to share many information on during proper media, and also at our webpage. And what is also crucial is a stakeholder mapping, and during that mapping, it is necessary to identify disadvantaged entities, and this was approved. This forestry mapping was approved on 20th April 2022 by our council. So yes, and also this stakeholder mapping is annex of this development report. So There you can see all relevant stakeholders or organizations which we try to contact during the revision process. Yes, formation of the technical committee. We identified several groups, and the first group is a group of forest owners. So we had there 3 members from 3 main forest organizations in the Czech Republic. Business and industry, it relates with wood manufacture and also with paper industry. So we have there a member from, or delegate from, Association of Woodworking Enterprises, Association of Czech Paper Industry, and Association of Forestry and Wood Processing Enterprises. Yes, non-government organizations. Yeah, there are several organizations which are familiar with forestry and try to do their best to improve forestry in the Czech Republic. Czech Forestry Society, Biosphere Reserve Dolní Morava, and Forestry Park Křivoklátsko. And then science and technology, yes, they are also a member of our board. These 2 persons, docent Roman Dudík from Faculty of Forestry and Wood Sciences of the Czech University of Life Sciences, and Dr. Kateřina Hlušová from Faculty of Forestry and Wood Technology of Mendel University. We had there also delegate from Forestry Game Management Research Institute in the Czech Republic, docent Peter Zahradník. Yes, workers and trade unions, delegate from Trade Union of Workers in the wood processing industry, forestry and water management in the Czech Republic. And so there are not 3 members in this group, but we have to note here that all members of technical committees are employees, so they have knowledge what is it about to be employee in the forestry sector in the Czech Republic. And we didn't find any other proper delegate to this group. State administration and local administration, as we had a member from Forest Management Institute. It was in the beginning of the presentation. I used data about or information about forestry from this Forest Management Institute, which is a part of Ministry of Agriculture, and they process the forest inventory in the Czech Republic. Yes, we had a member from regional forestry office in Vysočina, and we had a member from Ministry of Agriculture. And also we tried to convince some women to be part of our technical committee. And yes, we had there Andrea Skřivanková from Forestry and Timber Chamber of the Czech Republic, and Petra Fischerová from forests in the capital city of Prague. Yes, so it was the work of technical committee was coordinated and administratively secured by the national secretary, by me, and also by Secretariat of PFC Czech Republic. Yes, we had 2 meetings of the committee, so there are several information related to these meetings, information about internal and public consultation, and final approval by PEFT's Council and PEFT's Czech Republic Assembly. So here we have 4 technical documents and other normative documents which we use in the Czech Republic. And we use also translation of international documents which are adopted as a part of our technical documents, and these documents relate with trademark rules, so 2001, 2002 with the chain of custody of forest products, and 2003 requirements on certification bodies performing certification in according to the PFC international standard for chain of custody. Yes, here you can see changes, and it's the end of our development report, and here you can see annexes of the development report where we wanted to submit all relevant information to this development report. Okay, so it should be all from my side. So Hubert, I give the word back to you. So if you have any question, or other participants have any question, so I'm prepared to try to answer them. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Stanislav, for this excellent and very detailed presentation. I think it's particularly worth noting that such an openly accessible information about the national forestry details, especially in English, it's extraordinary. So I think that's really something which is really interesting. I think you can stop sharing your screen now, maybe, because at the end,
yes,
we are at the end of the presentation. And I think until I don't see any other questions from the audience, I just maybe had one question, because I think that many countries are suffering from the loss of conifers due to bark beetle outbreaks and other diseases from drought and so on. And I recall that you mentioned that you were trying also to help or to support this transition to work more with broadleaf species. And I just wanted to know that what kind of tools you are applying in the Czech Republic to support this transition, or to have these preference when regenerating forest stands with broadleaf species. What can you share that what worked so well?
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for this question. Yes. It relates with also climate changes in last year. So we can see it in our forest. So it was necessary for us to come and with new procedures, how to plant trees and how to prepare them for these changes. So, and what is quite easy for us in the Czech Republic, that our forestry law is very strict, and they also react in our government, in the Ministry of Agriculture, to these such a big bar beetle calamity. So there are several obligations in the Czech Republic how to plant forests. So it is almost forbidden to plant spruce species below 500 meters above sea level. And because it relates with temperatures and also with water, so with rains and so on. So yes, and in our standard we have also several obligations which have to be fulfilled by certified forest owners, and it relates with tree species that we really prefer more tree species, at least 3 and more at one stand, because we really don't know how it will continue in the future, and if any other problems occur. So it could be any disease which we don't know anything about today. So if we have many tree species in our forests, we think that some of them will manage and challenge the new situation. Yes.
Thank you very much, Stanislav. I think that that's also a big challenge for many forestry entities in general to be more resilient to all of these diseases and so on. But certainly is one of the main tools which are available is to diversify these tree species, so not to depend on one or two. That's clearly a very smart way to go ahead. So thank you very much again. I think I don't see any other questions, but I also think that it was such a rich in information that I certainly will come back to these websites you showed us and then dive into the data a bit more deeply myself as well. So thank you again, and all your team for the work in this presentation and so on. And I wish to the viewers a great rest of the day, and we are looking forward to have you on another PFC webinar next time. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you also. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.